All right, let's talk about one of the biggest, most universal headaches in all of research, the literature review. Today, we're going to show you how to completely master it using a really powerful AI assistant.
Does this look familiar? I mean, whether you're a student, an academic, or a professional, you know this feeling, right? Just being totally overwhelmed, practically drowning in an ocean of research papers, articles, and PDFs. It's a pain we've all felt in the search for knowledge.
So, what even is a literature review, really? Well, it's way more than just a simple summary. It's a deep, critical analysis of all the existing research out there. It's about finding the patterns, connecting the dots, and using that to build the entire theoretical foundation for your own work.
And that brings us to what I like to call the research mountain. Now, it can definitely feel like a daunting climb, but there's a very good reason why the literature review is considered the absolute gold standard in any serious research project.
A great literature review is just so powerful because it does 4 absolutely crucial things. First, it helps you identify those research gaps, so your work can actually make a new, unique contribution. Second, it establishes your credibility by proving you've done your homework. Third, it prevents you from being redundant, making sure you're building on what's already known, not just repeating it. And finally, it gives you that all-important 360-degree view of your entire topic.
Okay, so to really appreciate the new way of doing things, we first have to understand the old way. Let's quickly map out that traditional manual path that, let's be honest, many of us know all too well.
Yeah, the conventional method is basically a 3-step grind. First, you search and download, spending hours on databases to hopefully find, maybe 20 to 50 relevant papers? Then you have to shortlist for relevance, manually trying to figure out which ones are the most important anchor sources. And finally, you start that painstaking process of strategic curation, sifting through mountains of text just to find the bits and pieces that directly serve your research goal. It's so slow and just incredibly laborious.
But what if we could change all of that? This is where things get really interesting. It's time to introduce a brand new ally for your research, the AI assistant. The key to this entire revolution, the thing that makes it all possible, is a concept called source-grounded AI. And trust me, this is a real game changer. So what does that actually mean? Well, a source-grounded AI generates answers using only the documents that you give it. This is huge because it dramatically reduces the risk of AI hallucinations or just made-up information. The AI's entire world is limited to your handpicked library of sources, which builds this incredible foundation of trust. And the tool that really brings this concept to life is Google's NotebookLM. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like having your own personal research librarian, one who has instantly read every single source you have and is just sitting there ready to help. So how does this actually work? Let's walk through a super simple 5-step workflow. You can think of this as your new quest for insight. Here's the process. It's pretty straightforward. First, you upload your brain. Just add all your PDFs, notes, URLs, everything into a single notebook. Second, deep research. You let the AI analyze everything and find hidden connections across all of those sources. Third, thematic mapping. You can visually spot recurring topics using features like a mind map. So cool. Fourth, data synthesis. It can automatically generate tables for you, comparing things like methodologies or key findings. And finally, and this is probably the most important step, critical validation. The tool gives you inline citations for everything it says, so you can instantly jump back to the original source to verify it for yourself.
The best way I can describe this new workflow is that it's like having a GPS for the knowledge landscape. Instead of being lost in a forest of files and folders, you suddenly have clarity. You have direction. You know exactly where you are and where you need to go.
Okay, so you've got the workflow down. Now let's level up. It's time to move beyond just simple summaries and start unlocking some truly deep insights. This is how you go from being basically competent to achieving total mastery of your subject.
And this is where you can really put the AI to work for you. This table gives you specific, powerful prompts to use. So if you're a gap hunter, you can ask the AI to identify theoretical or methodological gaps. If you want to be a contradiction finder, you can have it pinpoint conflicting findings across all your papers. Or as a methodology auditor, you can ask it to analyze recurring weaknesses in the research. These prompts are basically your power tools for interrogating your sources.
And why are we doing all of this? For one simple reason: to find that one unique insight, that one undiscovered research gap, that one novel contribution that is going to make your work truly stand out.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you have the map and you have the tools to navigate that giant research mountain, what research gap will you discover first?